Welcome back to a Fifth of Jack Gaming, where today we're opening up 3 packs of Time Spiral Remastered. Without further ado, let's see what we get. Coming out of the gates with a Cold Stoker, costs us 3 and a red for an elemental. When Cold Stoker enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, you get 3 red mana. It's a 3/3 body. Logic Knot costs X and 2 blue. It has Delve, means each card you exile from your graveyard while casting this spell pays for 1 colorless for it. Counter a target spell unless its controller pays X. So whatever the X that we pay into it is how much they have to pay to be able to have that spell. Thorwald Archer costs us 1 and a green for an elf archer with reach, death touch, is a 2/1 body. Pit Keeper costs us 1 and a black for a human wizard. When Pit Keeper enters the battlefield, if you have 4 or more creatures cards in your graveyard, you may return a target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Has a 2/1 body. Momentary Blank costs us 1 and a white for an instant. Exile target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. And then it also has a flashback cost of 3 and a blue. Flashback is you may cast this card from your graveyard at any time for the flashback cost, then exile it. Spore Thrower Ancient costs 3 and 2 green for a fungus. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a spore counter on Spore Part Agent. Creatures you control have removed 2 spore counters from this creature and create a 1/1 green sparring creature token. Watcher Sliver costs 3 and a white for a sliver. All slivers get +0/+2 as a 2/2 body. Mass of the Ghouls costs 3 and 2 black. For a zombie warrior, it has a 5/3 body. Infiltrator Elcor costs 4 and a blue. It has Shadow. That means this creature can't be blocked by anything other than creatures that have Shadow. It has Suspend of 2, which we pay a blue and a 1, and rather than casting this card from your hand, you may pay a blue and a 1 and exile it with 2 counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter on it. When the last counter is removed, pay it without paying its mana cost. It's a 3/1 body. Stormcloud Den costs 4 and a blue. It has flying. Stormcloud can be only blocked by creatures with flying. Pay 2 red. Stormcloud Den gets +2/+0 until end of turn and deals 1 combat damage to you. Has a 3/3 body. First uncommon is Riftmark Knight. Costs 1 and 2 white. It's a human rebel knight. Has protection from black. Has flanking. Whenever a creature without flanking blocks this card, the blocking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Has a suspend of 3, so we pay 1 and 2 white. When the last time counter is removed from Riftmark Knight while it's exiled, create a 2/2 black knight token with flanking and protection from white and haste. It's a 2/2 body. Arcblade costs 3 and 2 red. Arcblade deals 2 damage to any target. Exile Arcblade with 3 time counters on it. Has a suspend of 3, costs 2 and a red to do it. Reiterate costs 2 red and 1. Has an instant, has a buyback of 3. Copy a target instant or sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. Then we got a Leveler. This costs us 5 for a Juggernaut. When Lovewear enters the battlefield, exile all cards from your library. Has a 10/10 body. And then our foilless Outrider in core costs 2 and a white for a core Rebel Knight. It has flanking. And then we could pay 0 the next 1 damage that would be dealt to Knight. This turn is dealt damage to a target creature you control instead. It's a 2/2 body. And our token is a metallic sliver. First card from pack 2, Brute Force. Costs us 1 red. Instant. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. And then we got another Drifter. Keldon Hell Barrier costs us 4 and a red. It's a human warrior. First strike. Spend 4. We can pay a red for it. It's a 4/1 body. Edge of Autumn costs us 1 and a green for a sorcery. If you control 4 or fewer lands, search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle your library. Has cycling. Sacrifice a land. And that allows us to end up discarding it and then drawing a card instead. Feebleness costs us 1 and a black for an enchantment that has flash. Enchanted creature gets +2/+. Enchanted creature gets -2/-1. Central Wood Readers costs us 2 and a green for a human druid. Has the kicker cost of 2 and a green. You may pay an additional cost of 2 and a green. Central Wood Readers were enter the battlefield. If it was kit, draw 2 cards, and it has a 1/4 body. Orcus Colonnade costs us 1 and 2 red. For an instant, Orcus Colonnade does 2 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. Draw a card. Psychotic Episode costs us 1 and 2 black. It's a sorcery. Target player reveals their hand and the top card of their library. You choose a card revealed this way. That player puts that chosen card at the bottom of their library. Has a madness cost of a black and 1. Madness is, if you discard this card, discard it into exile. When you do, cast it for its madness cost, or put it into your graveyard. Chromatic Star costs us 1 for an artifact. You can pay 1, tap it, sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color. When Chromatic Star is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Fortify costs us 2 and a white. Choose 1. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn, or creatures you control get +0/+2 until end of turn. First uncommon is Trump the Domains, costs us 5 and a green for a sorcery. It has domain. Until end of turn, creatures you control get trample and +1/+1 for each basic land type among your lands that you control. So domain is something that runs over with the basics. So if we have like 3 different types of basics, such like a island, forest, or a mountain, we would end up getting +3/+3. Or if we just have a forest, we'll only get +1/+1. Muckdebug costs us 3 and 2 black for a beast. Flash. When Muckdebug enters the battlefield, change the target of a target spell that targets only a single creature to Muckdebug. Has a madness of a black and 2. It's a 3/3 body. Sudden Shock costs 1 and a red for Split Second. Split Second is as long as you control this spell. It's on the stack. Players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Sudden Shock does 2 damage to any target. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting like a playset of these forever. And it has the old school art on top of it. We opened up a Termagoyf. Costs 1 and a green. Termagoyf's power is equal to the number of card types among card types on all graveyards, and its toughness is equal to that number plus 1. All right. Set that aside. We have a Laboratory Maniac. Costs 2 and a blue. A Human Wizard. If you would draw a card while your library has no cards into it, you win the game. Instead, when you try drawing a card and you don't have any in your library, you normally will lose the game. This card lets you win the game. Has a 2/2 body. And an ape token. Can't believe we pulled a Termagoyf. That's super exciting. What'd you think of the pack? Put it down in the comments down below. Our third and final pack is Riddle of Lightning. Costs 3 and 2 red. It's an instant. Choose any target. Scry 3. And then reveal the top card of your library. Riddle of the Lightning deals damage equal to the card's converted mana cost of that permanent or player. Tailspite Drakeling costs 1 and 2 blue for a Drake. Flying. Sacrifice Tailspite during counter a target spell unless its controller pays 2. Has a 2/2 body. Mogg War Marshal costs 1 and a red for a Goblin Warrior. Has Echo of 1 and a red. If this came under your control since the beginning of your last upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay the Echo cost, which is the cost of this one is a red and 1. When Mario War Marshal enters the battlefield or dies, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. It's a 1/1 body. Assassinate costs 2 and a black. For a sorcery, destroy a target tapped creature. Search for Tomorrow costs 2 and a green. It's a sorcery. Search your library for a basic land. Put it onto the battlefield. Then shuffle your library. Has a suspend for 2 that costs 1 green. Feebleness. Bound in Silence costs 2 and a white. Tribal Rubble Aura. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. Seal of the Primarium costs 1 and a green for an enchantment. We could sacrifice it to destroy a target artifact or enchantment. Castle Raptors costs 4 and a white for a Bird Soldier. Flying. As long as Castle Riders is untapped, it gets +0/+2 for 3/3 body. Phantom Seer costs 1 a blue for Illusion. Morph. Return 2 island cards that you control to its owner's hand. You may cast this card face down as a 2/2 creature for 3. Turn it face up at any time. When Phantom Seer is turned face up, draw 2 cards. It's a 1/3 body. First uncommon is Bonded Fetch. Costs 2 and a blue for the Homunculus that has Defender and Haste. Tap it, draw a card, then discard a card. It's a 0/2 body. Phrosis costs 3 and 4 black for a sorcery. Destroy a target card. Its controller loses life equal to its power plus its toughness. has a suspend of 5, and we could pay a black and 1 to be able to suspend it. Storm Entity costs us 1 and a red for an elemental. Has haste. Storm Entity enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter for each spell that was cast this turn. Has a 1/1 body. Jorah Deshuchu costs us 1, a red, and a blue for a legendary human wizard. Pay 2, exile a non-land card from your hand. Put 4 time counters on the exile card. If it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. As a 2/2 body. Runner-Up Ruins is a desert. Tap it for a colorless. Tap it, pay 1 life, add a red. Or you could pay 2 and 2 red. Tap it, sacrifice it. Runner-Up Ruins does 2 damage to each opponent. And our last card is Land of War Elves. That's all 3 packs. What did you think of it? I'm still excited that we ended up pulling the Termaglyph. If you're liking the content that we're putting out, like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon to be notified about any of our future content. Till next time, see you later.